Yo, what's up? How you guys doing? How you doing? Hope you're cool. Hope you um testing video. Okay, guys, see what I'm saying? Hello. I just hope you guys can see what I'm saying. Hello. You guys should say something in the comments. Say something in the chat so I can know you guys and then say something. Please say something. Say something, please. Come on. Hello. Are you guys there at all? Um, what's in the world is going on? Are you guys there? Hello. Okay, okay. Wait. Let me check if I can test something. Let me check. Yo, so can you guys hear me? Okay, okay. Now. So now, what I'm about to share with you is 20, 20 tips I learned so far since we began the challenge, and you will not believe what I learned. So, but before we do that, let's just review our past traits. So now, do you know that our past traits, all our past traits have been nothing but wait, okay. Let me stop the stop audio. Okay. Now, like I was saying, let's review our past traits. Now, for our past traits, the first one was Euro NZD, GBP USD, AD USD, GBP CHF, CHF JPY, Gold USD, Euro USD, GBP NZD, USD JPY, Euro USD. This again, that is another trade. So now, and what I want to do now is clearly review with you guys what we did right that was profitable and what we did wrong that was wrong. Let's start from there. So we're going to review what we did that was good and what we did that was wrong in our trades. Now, the first one was Euro NZD. Euro NZD was the first trade we took on the challenge, and we placed it as a simple 1:6 ratio. But for my strategy, my simple rule is the stop loss must be 1 or 2% of the capital, and the take profit should be 2 times the stop loss or more. Now, first trade was now but you guys are not really understanding the logic I'm trying to come at now. Let me properly explain to you the logic I'm going at now. So now, calculator. Where's the calculator? So let's use calculator to properly explain this logic. So now we are saying now out of all the trades we placed were 10 trades. 10 trades, right? And out of these 10 trades, we were told that uh, if we can be able to hit out of these 10 trades, if we can be able to hit 5 of them, okay, let's calculate based on the number of profitable. This one profitable trade, one, uh, two, three. So out of these 10 trades, we only hit three trades in profit. Now, do you know how logically? Okay, this is 10 trades, right? Our ratio of 1:2. The stop take profit should be 2 times the stop loss. Maybe you're not really understanding. Let me explain it here. So let's use this. Let's just say this now. Okay. let's just say something like this now. So now, oh goodness. So let's just say something like this now. So as you can see, the stop loss is 99 pips, which is 9.9 points, and the take profit is 282 pips, which is 28 points. So meaning that the stop loss is risking 9.9 pips, while the no sorry 99 pips, while the take profit is taking profit of 282 pips, which is more than more than 1:2. So that means this is a profitable trade, a good trade. That is just a simple strategy. But now, logically speaking, this cannot work. Please, do you see that you lost, like, okay, out of three trades, out of 10 trades, three were profitable, two were, seven were losses. Let me proper. That means my win rate for this my strategy is 30%. 30% win rate. Okay, let me properly explain this. Maybe you guys are not really understanding when I say I'm speaking on this long, long grammar. So now, this is third. Sorry, okay. Let's say we are risking 1 cent per trade, and we're risking. Okay, let's say it's $100 capital. $100 capital, right? $100 capital, and we are risking 1 or 2% of the capital. Let's just say 2% of the capital. So it's 100 divided by 100, eh, which is this, times 2. So that means for each trade, we are risking nothing more than $2. That's what we are risking per trade. Now, if we are risking nothing more than $2, meaning that out of these 10 trades, that we just see me tell with you guys now, out of these 10 trades, there were 7 lost trades, which is one, oh goodness, one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you guys seeing it? We're risking $2, and our take profit must be two times the stop loss, which is nothing less than $4. So $4. So that is plus plus 1, 2, 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are the 10 trades that we took. Logically speaking, these are the 10 trades that we took. What did we end up with? We ended up with a loss. In the last 10 trades, if we continue with these 10 trades with a risk away, with a profit ratio, sorry, not profit ratio, with a risk to reward ratio, win rate of 30%, win rate 30%, risk to reward ratio of 1:2, and nothing more than 2% of the capital, we will end up with a $2 loss. Now, what I am reaching out to do now is to look at our previous trades and see what we made wrong, and whatever we made wrong, let us turn this dumb loss of $2 to a profitable one by having a good strategy. This strategy can never get us anywhere. We'll just be hitting losses upon losses upon losses. So for us to do that, let's review each and every one trade. Why did we win? Why did we lose? All the trades, that's what we're doing now. So for this trade was executed, I think, by 18th of August, if I'm not mistaken. It was executed 18th of August, and by that 18th of August, that was when it was triggered, and it closed by 20th of August, which is it closed after 2 days. Now, in these 2 days, all these trades were meandering and meandering and meandering. Let's open Euro NZD. Let's see if we can look at that Euro this very trade properly. That's what I want to do now. Let's see if we can look at this trade properly. Euro NZD. Where is Euro NZD? Euro NZD. Okay, because the trade is a very old trade, we can't see it in the recent times. Wait, oh goodness, we can't see it in recent times. Let's go back a little. Let's go back a little. Don't know if you can see it properly or you can look at it properly. Okay. So um wait. I'm trying to know if I can figure out a way to like get this thread running to find that thread. Okay, so Euro NZD. This is not the thread. This is not it. Oh goodness, where are you? Where is that flipping thread? Why am I doing this? Just shrink it. Okay, okay, yeah, this is the thread. Now, okay, now this is the thread that we're running now. This is our headache thread. Now, this is the thread. This is a 1:6 ratio. What will happen we look for we look for a different what I'm trying to do is to know if we can look for a different this thing. If we can improve this very thread. What did we do wrong? What did we do right? So that's what I'm looking at now. If this was a logical 1:2 ratio, that's what I'm looking at. A logical 1:2 ratio. Um, let's just say somewhere around here. Logical 1:2 ratio. The trade would have ended after 1 day, number one. And number two, it would have been profitable. So if this is profitable, that means 1:2 ratio works. Okay. This one did not have much except that we're a little greedy and that is why the thing is all the way up there. Now let's check the next trade. Wait. Okay, sorry, I thought this was okay. Now let's check the next trade. The next trade was GBP USD. The same logic, 1:6 ratio, as you can see here. Let me open GBP USD. GBP USD. Where are you? GBP USD. Um, where is GBP USD? Goodness. GBP USD. So so this 1:6 ratio is crazy. Like due to the greed that engulfed me the very first time, I now notice that if I continued with that greed, there is no way that this will be profitable or this thing will grow. So we've seen that very first trade, there was nothing to correct there. It was a profit, and that profit was, let's just say, too risky. Now coming to this very trade was, oh goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, where is the trade? Okay, come to this very trade. This very trade was very close to hitting our take profit. But because of the greed that we had, this thing took off, grew, grew, grew. If we had picked this trade, if only we had picked this trade, oh goodness, no, 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 no. If only we had a long position. So, if only we had picked this trade when we were supposed to pick it. Okay, so this is it. Okay, 1:2 ratio. Are you seeing it? A simple 1:2 ratio that does not have greed would have been hit, and this trade would have been profitable. Why did we lose this trade? Simply because we applied greed. Let's be adding to our calculator. Let's be adding to our calculator because these are the corrections that some of the corrections that I said that we need to point out. The first one, sorry, first one, oh goodness. The first one was 4 plus 4. Oh goodness. Um, plus 4. 4 plus 4. That is, if we followed our strategy scrutiny or scrupulously or whatever big English you want to say. Literally, what I'm trying to say is, if we had followed this strategy, how it's meant to be, this would have not taken place. It would have not taken place at all, at all. So that is for GBP USD. Two trades, two consecutive profits already, right? Right? Okay. Now let's go to the next one. Oh goodness, no. The next one. So the next one is this one. Now, this very trade. Let's look at this trade. Now, let's wait. Where is it on? Let's go back. This is AUD USD. That is AUD USD. So let's look at AUD USD. AUD USD, AUD USD, AUD USD, AUD USD. I still have some more things to point out, but for now, let's just focus on picking out what would be our actual trade if we had respected and followed the trade scrupulously or whatever without any form of adjustment. AUD shrink, 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 shrink. AUD where are you? AUD was which trade? Which day trade? AUD was 16th September. 16th September. That was AUD. Okay, is this it? 16th September. This is it now. This is it. This is it. This is it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This AUD. Oh my goodness. 1 million. Okay. Now this very trade, it like it touched our stop loss. Like it is the literal week out that we always hear about. That out of the week. And we were the ones that made the mistake. Do you know why I said we were the ones that made the mistake? This was the previous high. This was the previous lower low that was here. I'm supposed to give a little gap above the lower low. But if that this thing can go back down to 15 minutes, this was the lower, I think this or this was the lower low I identified. They were the lower low that I actually identified. And this trade is even a 98 uh, 98 pip risk. This is actually a 98 pip risk. So if this is a 98 pip risk, then how in the world did this 98 pip risk end up end up messing up the whole trade? Well, let's look into the future and see if it dodged that pip. Would you have it? It's very obvious that this trade was not meant to be, as you can see. Wait, this is a 1:4 ratio. Oh my goodness, I'm always criticizing this thing with a 1:4 ratio. So now, the logic behind this whole thing is very simple. If I am looking at a a two $2 trade, right? If I'm looking at a $2 trade, it is supposed to be 1:2. So where is that? Where is that? Oh goodness, this is not a $2. This is a $1 trade because it's risking 2% with one lot size. So oh my goodness, I made a mistake. Um, okay. So this is it. So I'm supposed to give space. Why is this thing misbehaving? I'm supposed to give space immediately after this. But this is what I give, right? But I'm supposed to give like a decent 1.1. A decent 11 points. This is what I'm supposed to be risking. This this is what I'm supposed to be risking. But keyword there. But it does not make sense to be risking this much. Do you know why? Because why would you need to risk this much? Oh goodness, the fact that this thing is a very old trade. This very trade is very old trade. So please bear with me. Please bear with me. I know right now you guys are not happy with the fact that I'm happy with the fact that this thing is not working out well. Okay, let me set it up properly. Okay, so now this is supposed to be the ideal. Okay, let's look at it this way. So 1:2. I usually look for 2.1. No, 1:2. Now, what if so this is how it is. If this is what I acknowledge as my stop loss, I look for the previous spike below. So the previous spike below is this one here, but it's too high. If you ask me, it's too high. But what do? I have no other option. This is the previous spike below here, this place. This is the previous spike below. You know what? This thing, this very trade, right? Do you know why I'm now doing all of this? This very trade was hit the stop loss was hit square and fair and square by a week. Yes. Because logically speaking, based on my analysis, so-called analysis, I'm not supposed to come all the way down here. It's just supposed to be from my entry straight to the moon. So anything that brings my trade down here, it is not worthy of this thing, except we make an adjustment. So this trade is a fair loss. Yes, it would have hit profit if it did not touch that week, but it has touched the week and we take it like men or women. I don't discriminate. But now let's go down there. So where's the calculator? Okay, now the third trade was a loss. We have not started making our adjustments to our strategy. We're just we're just making we're just putting logical claims like if we followed our strategy back to back without any compromise or greed, what would our strategy give us? That's what we're just doing. So um now the next one was this. The next one is this. So this is GBPCHF. So I'm heading all the way to GBPCHF. Where is GBPCHF in the first place? GBPCHF, where are you? GBPCHF, where are you? For goodness sake. GBPCHF, 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 GBPCHF. For goodness, what am I doing? Where's my brain? My brain has left me. My brain has left me. I'm not thinking again. Okay. GBPCHF, where is it? I'm supposed to check here and go all the way here. Oh goodness. So now GBPCHF, where are you? GBPCHF, GBPCHF, where are you? Where is GBPCHF for goodness sake? Okay, I've seen it. Now for GBPCHF, what trade was that? When was that? When was that? Um, this was 22nd of September. 22nd of September. GBPCHF. 22nd of September. 22nd of September. Okay, there you are. Even if you cannot hide this kind of now, this GBPCHF, ideally, this is where we close our trade. But ideally, wait, let it open up first because I want to vent. I want to provoke. I want to vent now. This very trade, where is that thing? Where is that thing? Where is it now? For goodness sake. Uh-uh. Where is GBPCHF now? Where is GBPCHF? This thing. Here it is. This is what I'm looking for. My mind is discombobulated, so please pardon me. It's a little discombobulated. Okay. So now, you see this very trade, I'm very pissed off. Wait, let it open first. Let me expand it so I can see it well. I want to see this thing well. Wait, no, let me go down. Hey, who for where? Wait, how? Okay, this is what I was looking for. Now, see this very trade. If you know how pissed off I am with this trade took me, let me see it, from 22nd of September all the way to 1st of October. That is, this trade took me about 1 week plus. Like, it's my, like, how do I explain this now? It took me 1 week plus 1 week. Do you know what, understand what it means by plus 1 week? That is 1 week and the trade closed, weekend entered, and uh, the trade, um, did not work out. Wait, I'm writing something, the trade slip over. So, like I was saying, the thing is very annoying. It's actually very annoying because I don't see any reason why the trade would calm down and be counting for 1 week and you know it take profit. It's so annoying, to be honest. For me, oh, if I'm to be honest, no. And then the funniest aspect, at the very point, that is, at this very point where this trade, where I closed this trade, was the very point the thing was hitting, going straight to our stop loss. So meaning that if I had not closed the trade as at the time I closed the trade, this trade would have been a loss. Now, sorry, I had to drink water. So like I was saying, if I had not okay, so if I had not closed the trade the time I closed the trade, this trade would have been at a loss. Okay. So let us make the analysis. Oh, expand. Oh goodness. Okay. This trade really provoked me. I'll not lie. Imagine staying all this long. And do you, I was so glad. I'm going to be honest. I was so glad when I closed this trade here and it saved me from hitting our loss. So this is the based on our strategy. Based on our strategy. So strategy states that, oh goodness, where was our trigger? Our trigger I'm looking for. So based on my strategy, it's basically say that this very trade that, okay, it came broke, retest the zone, and this was the trigger, this very point. Now, despite the fact that this very point was the trigger, right? Despite that it was the trigger, the previous high, the previous high was this. Oh my goodness. The previous high was this one that was responsible for this. But where I put my stop loss, where I literally put my stop loss is here. This is me being completely honest with you guys. Where I usually put my stop loss is here. The high before the high, or let's say the spike before the previous spike. I don't know if you understand me. Just a little above the spike. So just for to avoid weak weaking out. So a little above the spike. Yeah, a little above the spike. Now, this is a little above the spike. Where is our TP? Our take profit. Oh goodness. Let's shrink it a little so that we can see our take profit. So sorry, but we need to see our TP. So if I had done things right the way I'm supposed to be, our take profit is supposed to be somewhere somewhere here, 2.1. Like, this is where our spike is also, and this very trade was supposed to have closed since here. So since how many days? Wait, I'm so pissed off myself. This this very this very trade, right, was supposed to have closed since 22nd, from 22nd September to 24th September. That is 2 days. After 2 days, the trade will have closed. But no, because I was not following the rules, I was not obeying the instruction of the strategy. I was not sorry, excuse me, I'm still drinking water. So because I was not obeying the instructions of the strategy, I ended up losing out this trade. We have a lot of things to talk about. A lot of things to talk about. And I'm seriously pissed off. Trust me, I am on a different level of being pissed off. So now this is the ideal. So this trade would have been a profitable trade. But yes, it's a profitable trade, but this profitable trade, even finance aspect, in the previous trade, it's so funny. The trade we actually placed with the actual stop loss was a 1:1.24 trade. But the trade we did not wait. The trade we're supposed to place is almost close to the profit of the one we actually placed, which was 1:24. And this is the ideal trade. So meaning that we would have reduced risk and earned more. But no, because of our so-called nonsense disobedience of the strategy, that is what made us not. Yes, we are lucky. This very thing we are lucky that the take profit is almost the same thing with the take profit, the ideal take profit. But at the same time, think about it. At the same time, this was supposed to be a clean trade, not a 1:1 is to 1.25, 24 is it 24 to 1:2.4. Sorry, 1 is to 1.24 trade. It's so annoying, trust me. Very, very annoying. On a different scale of annoying. So that is that. That is for this. Now we've settled this one, GBPCHF. And it after GBCHF was TP, take profit. So um GBCHF, I think GBCHF was the fourth trade, if I'm not mistaken. So it is a plus four. That is four trades now taken down. Let's go to the fifth trade. Let's go to the fifth trade. Because it's after this we'll now do the major. We've not even started discussing the major discussion we came here to discuss. Yeah, now this trade, this very trade. Now let's go back to it. CHFJPY. CHFJPY, where are you? CHFJPY. Where is CHFJPY? For goodness sake. Where do you need? Where is CHFJPY? Where you need him? Where is he? For goodness sake, where are you? Okay, there you are. Now CHFJPY, I think this was where it's not too old now. This trade is a recent trade, and I think we can see it on the 5 minutes time frame. If I'm not mistaken. We're supposed to be able to see CHFJPY on the 5 minutes. Okay, when was that? Which date? CHFJPY. Oh my goodness, all them clashed. Okay, 14th of October. 14th of October. Just 22nd. Okay. 14th of October, 14th of October. This is 15th. Okay, there you are. This is the trade. Oh goodness, I think I made it. Oh, undo first. I'm not gonna add to my headache. So right? Yes. So it's to zoom in. It's to zoom in on it to see the trade properly. So now this setup said it broke, retested the zone and came back, then came back. So now the rule that the strategy states is that this very candle that is bullish must, I repeat, must be bearish before you consider this thing a proper retracement. Trust me, it must be a bearish candle. This must be a bearish candle for you to consider it coming your way. But since it's a bullish candle, it's very obvious that if we are taking respecting our strategy, we would have missed this trade. We would have dodged it. We would have dodged it. But since we don't, okay, let's leave it. The strategy said we would have dodged it. We should have dodged it. So we're not supposed to have taken this trade. This whole trade, this whole scenario as a whole, we're not supposed to have taken it. Would have successfully dodged it, but no, our so-called we were eager to listen. So we would have dodged it. So this would have been zero trade. This would have been a zero trade. This would have been a zero trade. Now the next one is gold USD. Gold USD. This was the most annoying trade. This trade took about $12 from the account. 12 flipping dollars from the account. Or rather, should I say 1,200 pips? That was it. Took from our hand. 1,200 pips. Wait, not even 1,000. 12,360 pips. That means 1,236 points. That is what it took from my hand. 1,236 points. That is what it took from my hand. So let me break it down. Gold. Let's go to gold. Gold, where are you? Gold, where are you? Where are you, gold? Can I see gold? Where can gold put his head now? Where could gold have ever put his head? Gold. So sorry again, I was drinking water. I'm talking a lot and I'm good. But the thing now is I'm trying to communicate. So, like I was saying, gold, gold USD, gold USD, gold USD. Gold, 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 gold. Why am I little? Why am I disorientated? Do you know what is annoying me now? This whole thing that we're doing now, we've not started talking about the main order of the day. The main order of the day. We've not even started it. That's the worst part. We have not done the main order of the day. So gold, gold USD. Let's look at so gold USD. Now, where's gold USD? For goodness sake, where is gold USD? Gold USD is supposed to be at gold USD was supposed to be at wait oh, based on the picture, it's supposed to be when? I don't think I don't think gold yet. I think 16th of October. Around 16th of October. 16th of October, where are you? This 17th. This 16th. Yeah, I was correct. Oh goodness. This was it. Why are you now confusing me? You guys are confusing me. You guys are confusing me. Good USD. Okay. Now this is a 5 minute time frame. Now the strategy was that it breaks below here. This candle, the candle that opens below here should be a bearish candle. A bearish candle must open and close below here. Once a bearish candle opens and closes below here, it should be the trade will be acknowledged. Now, that trade was not acknowledged. Now, that's not even the part that is annoying me the most. The part that is annoying me the most is that this strategy was supposed to be the trade was supposed to be what was the previous lump? The previous wait. Okay, wait. Okay. Okay, no. This was not the trigger. This was not the this is a bullish signal. It's a bullish signal. So this was climbing up, came down, climbed up. So it broke, did not give a proper reason, came back to retest. This alone should have sent me out of the trade, but no, I wanted to play trade and it moved. It was up, came, retested this zone. The candle was open below. The candle was open and closed below this support zone, and the trigger was made. Now, once the trigger was made, what was responsible for the trigger was this, right? And how they do it is that that's why the fact that this was responsible for the trigger. The previous thing here is supposed to be, this is supposed to be a a what do you call it? Was supposed to be a proper. It was supposed to be a stop loss, and the thing hit the stop loss fair and square. Even if the stop loss that was hit, the rule was that this stop loss, this trade. Okay, let me be honest with you guys. You see this very trade here, here, this very line here was this very line that I'm going to draw now was the previous higher low. This line I'm drawing for you now was the one that was before the previous higher low responsible for the placing the trade. Then this one. So now I took here. Oh goodness! If you know how annoying I was when I was placing this trade, I took here as here. Oh goodness! Listen this. The deja vu is the deja vu is pissing me off. Oh, no. The deja vu was is just crazy. The deja vu is too much. It's too annoying. So as I'm here now, as I'm reliving this very instant, what happened on that day, it is really annoying me right now. So this was the previous. Okay, let me draw a line so it to be fair and square. This was the previous higher low. The next one was supposed to be where I put my stop loss. But logically speaking, when you're on the 5 minutes time frame, you don't put your stop loss here. Why? Because you feel okay. Let me bring the false this thing. It's still annoying me till date, I'll be honest. So logically speaking, you don't put your stop loss, you don't put it here. Why? Because it is a candle. Oh, I can't even explain. This is a candle. So based on the fact that it's a candle, everything is going to be clear. Even me self, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. My head is so disorganized. I'll be honest with you. It's so disorganized. What am I saying? So I need to breathe. I need to relax my head. I need to relax my head. Where's my head? My head is disorientated. You got this. You got this. So if I'm to be honest, I'm a little exhausted, so that's why I'm feeling a little sleepy. That sleepiness is making me too. So, like I was saying, this was not supposed to be our stop loss. This was supposed to be our stop loss. Yeah, this was supposed to be our stop loss, our ideal stop loss. But did you see how long I dragged that boat? I dragged it and dragged it properly. But this could not be done. Do you know why? Do you know that this would have hit our TP? Beautifully hit our TP. It have beautifully hit our TP. But do you know why we did not place it there? Why? Because I I did not take note of the fact that gold USD pips are completely different from um, which pips is this? Uh, what do you call this pips here? Oh goodness. So was completely different from this. And do you know why? Do you know how many pips were it? $12. So meaning that if I had shifted from 12, if I had shifted from 1,236 points, 1,236 points, if I had reduced from there, So this, it would have been, instead of $12 risk, it would have been a 14. No, not 14. 12 times 2. 40. So, 12 times 2. 24. Yes. Why am I acting like as if? Sorry, my brain is not with me. As I'm talking like this to you right now, my head is so disorganized. I feel like a rest in my head. I've been out since morning. So, um, so that's just it. This very trade. Will you